Have you ever noticed someone who never posts their photos online? No selfies, no vacation dumps, no photo of the day. You scroll through their profile and it feels quiet, almost mysterious. In a world where everyone seems to document everything, people who stay visually invisible can feel unusual. Some assume they're shy. Others think they're insecure. But the psychology behind people who don't post their photos is often far more interesting and surprisingly deep. For many of them, it's not about hiding. It's about control. Social media runs on visibility, but not everyone feels comfortable turning their life into a display. Some people simply value privacy in a way that feels almost old-fashioned today. To them, moments feel more real when they're lived fully, not captured and curated. Their brain isn't asking, "How will this look online?" It's asking, "How does this feel right now?" There's also something psychological called internal validation. Some people grow up learning to measure themselves through approval, likes, comments, reactions, but others slowly develop a quieter compass. They don't need constant reflection from the outside world to feel real. Not posting photos can be a sign that someone's sense of identity is less tied to being seen and more tied to being felt. It's like living with a mirror that faces inward instead of outward. Interestingly, research around self-presentation shows that the more aware people are of impression management, the more selective they become about what they share. Some individuals are deeply conscious of how easily images can be misunderstood. A single photo can invite assumptions, comparisons, or judgments. So instead of feeding that cycle, they step back entirely. Not because they're afraid of being seen, but because they're careful about being simplified. Then there's emotional sensitivity. People who feel deeply often guard their personal moments more tightly. To them, posting a photo isn't just uploading an image. It is exposing a piece of experience. And not every experience is meant for an audience. Just like you wouldn't read your diary out loud in a crowded room, some people treat their visual life the same way. Intimate, unshared, protected. Of course, for some, it's also about detachment from comparison culture. Social media can quietly turn life into a scoreboard. Who's happier? Who's more attractive? Who's more successful? People who opt out of posting photos sometimes recognize this game and simply decide not to play. They're not antisocial, they're anti-performance. And here's the paradox. People who don't post their photos are often the ones living the most unfiltered lives. Less posing, more presence. Less documenting, more experiencing. They're still there. Still living, just without the digital spotlight. So if you're someone who rarely posts your photos, maybe it's not something to overanalyze. It might just mean you relate to life differently. Quieter. More private. More grounded in real moments than digital echoes. And if you know someone like this, maybe instead of wondering why they're so invisible online, you see it differently. Maybe they're not hiding. Maybe they're simply choosing to exist in places that don't need an audience. So tell me, do you share your life online? Or do you keep parts of it just for yourself? Sometimes the most interesting psychology lives in the things people choose not to show.